So hello, we're here in the chambers of the Speaker of the House of Commons with the Speaker of the House of Commons, the Honourable Andrew Scheer. And we're here in Ottawa for a St. Thomas More Society dinner, which is very consistent with the mission of Convivium, which is faith in our common life. And politics isn't all of our common life, but it's part of it. And St. Thomas More Society brings parliamentarians together to discuss precisely that, the role of faith in our common life. And the Speaker is the patron of our organization, the very convivial host of our meetings. And why is it something that you think is important that is done here in Parliament?
Well, I think it was something at the time that you first proposed the idea to me that was missing on the Hill, that an opportunity for people of faith, specifically from a Catholic perspective, but of course we have these events open to members of all faith, anyone who's interested in public policy from a faith perspective, to hear some of these ideas and hear some of the motivations behind why we do the things we do, why we take positions that we take, and why that complete divorce between matters of conscience and matters of public policy isn't always in accord with what the gospel teaches us.
Right. Now, it's called St. Thomas More Society after the famous martyr under Henry VIII, St. Thomas More, and you've introduced actually in these chambers here a portrait of Thomas More. You've named one of your children, I think, after Thomas More, and he was one of your predecessors in the sense that he was the, obviously not Speaker here in Ottawa, but Speaker of the Parliament of Westminster. Why does Thomas More hold such appeal for you?
Well, I think it's the idea that for politicians, people who are interested in public policy and serving in that realm, to always know where their kind of red lines would be, and to say, you know, we serve society, we serve the public, we serve various masters, either in party leadership or in people who have certain amount of control over our political careers, but knowing what kind of keeps our core identity and what we have to be willing to say. I'm willing to sacrifice anything that I could achieve for myself in this world because I can't compromise on certain core issues. And I think St. Thomas was the ultimate example of that. Someone who tried legitimately, I think, in good faith to serve his king, but could only go so far before he felt that he was betraying his conscience and God. And knowing where that line is in your mind, I think, is something that that's important for people who enter into public life.
Very good. The mission of our magazine, Convivium, we call it faith in our common life, and common life is not just politics, although politics sometimes seems like it's the kind of expands to fill up our common life. And you've been a kind supporter of our project at Convivium. What is that conversation from your perspective here as the Speaker of the House? Is it in a healthy state in Canada? Does it need to be improved? Is our magazine making all the difference that it should? That faith in our common life.
I think it's certainly, the magazine has certainly reached a certain awareness level among people here on the Hill. I always remark when people mention that they've read something you've written or one of your contributors in that particular magazine. So I think it's certainly adding to the conversation. And I think it's a welcome conversation. I think too often certain types of arguments put forward, if they come from a faith perspective, aren't always given the same equal treatment as other types of arguments. So I think or at least perspectives. So I think more, as a speaker, I would always encourage more debate, right. and more contributions to any kind of particular issue, and to have something from that perspective, I think should absolutely be welcomed as part of the dialogue.
And not just more debate, but convivial
Convivial
debate, which is not always what happens here. But hey, we were very grateful to the Speaker for his welcome here, for the patrons of the Thomas More Society, for support for our Convivium project, and for receiving us in these very august and historic chambers. So greetings to all our viewers from the Speaker's Chambers on Parliament Hill. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Glad to have you.